Hi, video game fans and viewers and watchers of the Film Gamer channel. This is another review in the GameWorld show, and this is about Shadows, Heretic Kingdoms, the Devourer of Souls. This is a unique RPG title, an action RPG title, with a really great design in some ways, varied types of terrains and cities, and bombastic music. It's quite good music. It is recorded at Budapest in Hungary, in my country, and in my capital city. And it was a great pleasure with the musicians. The musicians told really great things about this recording. Now let's see the menu. As you can see, you can set many things, but not too much things, in a really great UI, because it's a user interface which is not too much but not too low on informations and possibilities and settings, and not too consoles-like. It's not the type of menu what you can see in console games, or ported console games to PC, and it's quite a good thing. And you can set the gameplay elements, the controls, the audio, and everything else. Now I will continue my old. I hope you can hear me because it's an epic music, but a different kind of type of music depend on which city you are in, which terrain, which enemies, and the epicness. Okay, you can see here, this is like a game of a Diablo, with the Diablo basics. It's a little bit Diablo 2 free, but not all the time and not all the way. It is a unique game, as I said so, and before not so much time, and maybe unique in the department of the graphical design. In Diablo 3, you can say so that it is too much almost as a fairy tale like design, and in the colorful and the colorness of the game is much more a draw kind of way, much more an animation movie, almost like like Pixar movies, in the visualities and in the art style of the colorness and everything else. But here in this game you get sometimes the old Diablo 2 more black style of design, more darker design, and it's a quite good thing and unique in that way too. Also in this game, that you can play not only one class, but not only one character, but you can play 4 or 5 type of characters at once. You can switch between them. It's a really unique thing, I think. Sure, and sorry, I almost said about something in Hungarian. So, and also there is a little bit new good thing in this game, that the enemies almost always run and fled when they fear, or when they see that you will hit them in a minute and you will kill them in just 1 second. They will run, they say goodbye and farewell, and they surrender, and they run all the time. This is a really bad thing when you are a barbarian, or with a character with a sword, with a one-handed and a melee weapon. But if you have a bow or a mage, it is not as a problem as you are a barbarian. Okay, so you can see that here are my 2 characters. Technically it's only one, but you can switch between them. Sadly, in this town it's not a very good thing and a very good idea. But as you can see, the really great thing here, you are in the Empire of Souls, or the Realm of Souls, if I remember where the game titled it that way. And as you can hear, not just a graphical design change in a more darker tone and tone, sorry, but the music is changed by a much more slower tune, but the tune maybe is the same as you can hear in the normal life and normal style of the graphics and the word. But if you enter to the real Souls, you hear that the music is much lower down in tune, in the instruments and almost every way, but the same melody can be here too. The Arabic, Eastern type of music, Middle Eastern, technically. And when you switch to the Demon Soul, this Demon Soul is the main character, we can say so, because he can resurrect many kind of classes. In the game's beginning, you can choose 3 type of classes: thief and archer type of classes, which is, as you can see, is usually a Jasker. There is a mage with fire magic and with sand magic, if I can say so. Yeah, if I remember when. There is a barbarian, I don't remember his name. You can play with him also when you like the melee combatant weapons the most. You must choose him. And after this, you will have more and more type of classes and more type of creatures that you can switch between. Not just human, you can switch between monster types or not humankind types. You will see when you play the game further. The game has a really great flow with the moods, really different kind of moods here, because as you can see here in the map, you will see many type of outlands and many type of deserts and rock deserts maybe, but you will see snow type of terrains and worlds, and also you will see the huge grass plains and everything else there in the middle. And in between there are many little type of varied terrains in these worlds, you can say so. The game has many parts, many chapters. It has a prologue, of course. It's a prologue and a tutorial maybe, when you see a memory, past events, an event in the past with another human and woman character. It ended in a bad way, in a sad way. And after that, our real adventure will begin with this demon soul, if I can say so, and with the devourer and mystery hooded man will tell a little bit of the background of the story to you and to the devourer, and why the devourer, which is not a really good person. This is a unique way in the storytelling and the main character in our RPG. Again, this is not a really good guy and character, of course, but there is a more greater shape of darkness and threatening and dangerous enemies than this devourer. And maybe this hooded man, we don't know who he is really, and maybe a good guy, bad guy, or grey guy. Not too shine, not too dark in his body and his soul, but who knows? Okay, we will see, we will know about through the story when we proceed on the chapters, of course. So there are many mysterious things. The story itself is not so bad, but not so good also, I think. But the books, where you can see here, will guide you through the world of this game. This game is a continuation, a sequel maybe, but in another way, for the Heretic Kingdoms video games. These games were strategy kind of games, and in the strategy kind of games, they were unique also, not so clone for Civilization, Age of Empires, or Dune, or Warcraft, or anything else. And this game is maybe a copy of that it is a unique game too, but in another kind and style of game type, action RPGs. So you will know the stories and the world's background through the books. You will have recipes for many kind of crafts, and also you will have a journal for the quests. Also, as you can see, here are the prologue type of quests. Here are the chapter 1 quests, what we achieved, completed, and what not. Here are the skills. I think skills are a little bit similar to Diablo 3, but I think they may be more better because you can average them, you can put them up more higher, you can manage to max them out maybe. And in Diablo 3 it's not so always, or if you will have 10,000 of Paragon level and 10,000 level for the character itself, you can do that just in that way, but here in this game you mustn't need so much time for that. You shouldn't do that way. You shouldn't play in the gameplay type of Diablo 3 here. Some fans like that, some fans don't, but this is the game that can achieve this unique thing. Also, I like this system type of skills. I think here it's a little bit of Diablo 3, a little bit of something else, maybe, if I can say so. The game is a little bit of a mix too, mainly in general. Here is the inventory. As you can see, there are many kind of type of things and the data which calculate the damage and everything else. And here are the inventory itself. A little bit, I think it's not so quite good, and there are bugs, as you can see. This is a rusty clay, but we can't see the picture about it. And also the things, it's not quite good, I think, in the design way. And also you have many kind of L tabs for the weapons, armors, and everything else. When you see all of the item types, it's a little bit of a chaos, I think. They could do a better work of the inventory, I think, and maybe in the user interface as well. We can use many kind of herbs for healing or increasing our regeneration, and also we can use the mana, which is called soul essence in this game, to heal ourselves. And this is regenerated as well slowly when we kill some enemies. They will not just give XPs, of course experience points, but also soul essences, which can be used for healing. Also, the healing works also for the devourer. As you can see, there is cycle of day and night time in this game, and it's quite good. Maybe, if I remember well, Diablo 3 hasn't got this effect also. But what is wrong about this game? And because of this game is only 70% from me. That sometimes the animations and also the attack and the battle systems and also the slowness of the battle system, it's quite a bad thing here, and quite make more angrier fans of RPG games or action RPG games concretely, because the combat mode is more slowed down than Diablo 2 or 3. Diablo 2 is more better than this. It's quite bad way in this game. Here we can teleport with the cenotaph. This demon can use this travel, and we can choose between the realm of souls and between other types, other parts of Toll. The Toll is the city of this desert, like Arabic town. As you can see, there are some helps with the local map. You can see here too, just as like in Diablo 2 or 3. but the game hasn't got levels randomizedly. They not randomized the different levels, as you can see in Diablo 2 or 3. So the battle system is quite slowed down, and just a little type of enemies, and also not so much in numbers, can be crashed upon you or faced between you or against you in this game. Many times you can just see that 2 or 3 enemy wants to fight with you. They want to kill you. It's quite a bad thing. It hasn't got any epic feeling and threatenings, and not the game, because of this too. The game isn't not scary in some parts only too. So it's a bad thing. As you can see here, we can craft. The crafting system is a general one, I can say so. Not so bad, not so good. And Witcher 3 it may be almost the best one type of crafting system, I think. In this game is a general one. I maybe go out from the city to where you can see the enemies, but sadly maybe I can't do that. That's why. But strangely, these souls and demons are up here in this city too. As you can see, we can use hotkeys for our skill types. And also the game can be boring and not so much long of our time of gameplay. And also the system of the battle, I said about something that it is so slow, and on the physics of the game is kind of comparable with Diablo 3. Diablo 3 has a much more better physics system, and the animations, the heat system is not so quite good. Sometimes almost in a way that you can saw in a 10-year-old game, so it's a bad thing. And also the interactions with objects and enemies and everything else sometimes really buggy, and it's really bad in many ways. This game is a little budgeted one, so it's not a giant developer's game or giant publisher's game, and because of that it has many flaws and bugs. And also with you can see that the game hasn't got so many good storylines in the secondary quests and also on the main quest than what it was like in Witcher 2 or 3. And also the game developers may be told that all of the video gamers who will play this game know this world really well. They play the Heretic Kingdom strategy very much and in the past, but these games may be developed and published almost 10 years ago maybe, so it's a really a long time. And beside of that, or controversially of that, the developers moved you in almost in medias res way. You moves you in the middle of the world and game. Almost they can tell that the video gamers who will play this game know every aspect of this world. But this game, it's a quite a bad way, because it's not brings you not pull you into a really great world. You will have just more and more questions about this world. It's quite a bad thing. But the video game with this kind of music is really a good thing, because sometimes there are not so much type of kind of games that has that really great and epic kind of music soundtrack that is in this game. Because sometimes this is wage for money. This is almost costing money as almost as well as graphics. But the developers of this game thought that this is needed a great soundtrack too. And it's a good thing. So I gave it to a 70%. I hope you like this. If you're not, don't buy it, or just on sales. Bye.